Hey guys, and welcome again to another edition of Hawken. This time we're going to go through and play around with the Predator. I did mention in the last video that I had plans on doing that. Anyway, so I did take a look into it just a little bit just to see how much it would cost. Right now, the Predator, as it's configured, would probably be about $15. Maybe, actually, it's probably closer to $20. Or I could wind up getting two of the other mechs that I was kind of taking a look at anyway. I'm not actually going to buy any more media credits at this point. It's something that I'd like to consider for the future, but at this point, I just don't have the ability to do so. So, we are going to go ahead and play around with this thing as it's configured. I really like the options that they've given you. Let's see, Predator. Target Disruptor allows you to make other people, or make it so other people can't see for about 5 seconds or something like that. It's really frustrating when you're the target of that, and it's really good specifically for this type of mech. Radar Scrambler. Again, you drop a Radar Scrambler, you go invisible. Hey, guess what? They're looking all over the place for somebody that's invisible and behind them. Advanced Reconstruction, after being out of combat for 10 seconds, that's actually really good, particularly for this mech, because of its ability to go invisible. It can just basically regenerate its health. Failsafe, reduction from its own damage. I think it lays mines and that can cause some problems. Reduction from fall damage really isn't that useful for the most part. If you know how to play, you know how to tap the jets as you get closer to the bottom. You save just enough fuel to keep yourself from doing too much self-damage. But that said, we're gonna go, I think we're gonna play in a siege and we're gonna play with this thing. I think half the people in the games right now are Predators because they're trying to play around with them and see what they think about them. But we're going to go ahead and go through and play with this one. I do still think that unless I find something really, really fantastic about another mech, the Incinerator is probably going to be the next thing that I buy as far as mechs go. And I do want to start focusing on... Yeah, forget that. There's no point. There's just absolutely no point. I didn't earn anything. I just walked into something that's 64 to 3,000. I know I've said I'm not gonna bounce out of a mission, but that one is, there's no point. There is absolutely no point. So we're going to give it about 15-20 seconds here and see what we can do. Just kind of let this thing set so that we don't wind up getting dumped back into. And I mean, that's, hey, look, I just gotta, and I hate leaving matches, but I mean, something like that, I'm just, you guys have seen me get dropped into 1 minute and 30-second, straight up death matches, not mind, and I do that all the time. I don't have a problem with staying there, but I mean something like that. It's just you're taking a loss for no reason, and that's frustrating. I mean that is actually really kind of frustrating that the matchmaker would do something like that is, and I mean we've had problems with the matchmaker in the past, and they have worked on that some. And I think for like team deathmatch and standard deathmatch, it's gotten better. But I also think that they still have a ways to go on some of them. And I mean, for something like that, that's just a little bit ridiculous to get dropped in there. Hey, look, I get to do nothing other than be ticked off. Okay, so this one's a little bit better. Don't know if we're gonna win or lose. I mean. It's still kind of one of those games that could go either way. Okay, so that charges. Didn't realize that. Yeah, this is not going to be something that I'm going to do very well with. I do think that this particular mech is probably best left to other players, people who've played around with it for a while, but that said, we're going to see what we can do with it. I think that we can find other ways to kind of Aw. Yeah. I almost want to say that I don't want to stay this way. I just simply, you know what, I can't do that to my team. This is one of those matches that's, we'll go ahead and we'll go through and we'll play around with it a little bit later in a standard straight up, death match or something like that where we actually, it's not going to matter to other people if we win or lose. But at this point, I could have taken out I could have done some serious damage there and I have not. And I simply didn't because of the fact that, yeah, I was too busy. Yep. Too busy trying to play around with a new mech that's just not really, obviously not really my forte. So, I do think that thing, I honestly, I almost think that I'm gonna have to play around with it off camera for a little while and just kind of get used to it. Because it's not something that, it's not something that that you're gonna learn right away. It's one of those mechs that you're gonna have to take your time to learn. And I think that's kind of important. Wow, God, how many of them were there? A few too many. Okay, so, yeah, this is, kind of a frustrating start to this whole thing. Where are the rest of my teammates? There's a bunch of other people on the battlefield, but nobody is going after the AA, and that's just flat out not good. Uh-huh. So, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Wow. That was really kind of a bad situation. I was trying to take the AA before they got to it. That was kind of the problem. But, yeah. I'm hoping that these guys can't hear me. That would be a little bit awkward. So, we've got a BS in the air. So do they. Alright, well, I got 2 or 3 of them in there. That was pretty significant, I think. I know I got really quiet there for a minute. I'm kind of concentrating. This is going to be a hell of a fight, and I think, I kind of, screwed myself a little bit at the beginning, but let's see what we can do for this. Really? Balls. Ah. More than one of them. Lots more than one. Go fuck yourself. But that's okay. Damn it. This is actually kind of funny to watch. This whole thing. Yeah, no shit. That is kind of the point. It's always amusing to see stuff like this happen when you know, one team just doesn't mesh very well for whatever reason, and you see everybody just kind of tearing each other apart for what? It's kind of frustrating, honestly. I mean, I get that, but assisted by 5 different people. It is definitely frustrating to have it happen, but at the same time, watching everybody tear each other apart doesn't help anything at all. There we go. Almost got him. Almost got him. Why? Oh, God. Wasn't exactly what I wanted to happen. I think we're all kind of done at this point. He killed their ship before. 8 points. I think I wound up with the same group of people that were losing horribly the last match that I jumped in. Like 3 seconds before the end of it. Yeah, it is kind of funny that way. Let's see. Can I do anything to piss these guys off? Damn, not quite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did spell that right. Well, so that went well. All the way around that went well. I was playing horribly. Not exactly my best game. And it's... Just all I have to say. The whole thing is just kind of ridiculous. And frustrating. Guess I'm gonna leave the match. Well. Don't honestly know what to say completely. That whole thing was just kind of a shit fest. And, yeah. Okay, so what I really wanted to do was I wanted to play around with the Predator, and that really, I don't think was necessarily my best option for that. I mean, we can just keep going with what we have, and just go in and grab any mode and kind of keep, you know what? I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll save the Predator for another time, and I think we'll wind up showcasing that thing when we have the ability to join like a straight death match and just go Predator and kind of avoid everybody until we can and use its strengths to our advantage, because right now, I think our own abilities or disabilities or whichever, I honestly might even need to play around with the Predator a little bit before we get too far into it. Because I don't wanna play with it and not know what I'm doing. I mean, I've done that some in the past, but that was when I was first getting started with the game. That's a little bit different from now, where I'm actually at the point to where I don't consider myself a good player by any stretch of the imagination, but at least a moderate player. And, I'm starting to get better with it, and I don't want to... This is going to be a shit show in the other direction. Let's see if we can get repaired. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to give you guys a bad impression of that particular mech simply because of the fact that I don't think it's a bad mech. I think it's a situational mech, and I think it's one that I wouldn't be able to take best advantage of. So I do think that, at least for me to give it the best possible review I can give it, at least should, I should at least, take some time, get to know it, get to know how it really operates, and then kind of play it for you guys, because I think at this point it's really not in my best interest to just, hey, let's jump into it right now. and wind up losing miserably. Oh. Really? Okay, that was completely my fault, and that was really bad. That was fucking horrible. Damn. It was a bit of a shit fest. Now I'm just starting to get annoyed with myself. Just because I think I should be doing a little bit better than I am. There we go. A little bit better. Do have my rocket launcher left. Ooh. Bad guys. Shiny. Let's be bad guys. Yes, I just went there. No, you don't. There we go. What the hell? Just because you're overheating doesn't mean you just stand there. I mean, really, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't even know what to say to that. Come on, puppy. Nice! But not quite. Almost. There, I think that helped us a little bit. We definitely got ourselves back in the game here. So, that's, yeah. One Wow, I don't know. I think that last match just kind of threw me for a little bit. I don't. I mean, yeah, I know it's just a game and everything, but I hate seeing. I don't like people arguing. Damn it! I just flat out don't like people arguing. And just to kind of see that whole thing go back and forth and watch that team tear itself apart, I'm sitting here. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, oh well. Okay, so definitely got back into it. Did wind up, I think, either in second or third place here. So not the best performance of my entire career, but definitely not bad. I wound up picking it back up and kind of making. Took a couple of asses and made a few names there at the very end, which was good for me. Nice. So yeah, came back from it a little bit. Came back from, I think what was really, really a bad fight the first time around. I mean, this one was obvious. I think it was kind of obvious from the start that we weren't going to wind up dying too horribly to the other team, but I do think that, yeah, I do think that it was definitely something that we needed to just kind of, or I needed to just kind of come out of and get rid of the crap that was going on in the back of my head from the fight from before, because that was just, it messed with me a bit. I know it's not supposed, no, I really shouldn't let it do so. And I think that's kind of that's always been one of the reasons why I've been bad at games, is because I let stuff affect me a little bit, and it really shouldn't, and it's just a game, damn it. Well, yeah, try telling that to my psyche, because that's, ooh, God, this is gonna be horrible. Okay, so let's go into this knowing that we're gonna do shit and see what we can do. Or knowing that we're gonna lose shit and see what we can do, rather. Although the last time I said that. Right. Is Lederkron's better or worse than Lederhosen? PC Gamer. Hell of a magazine. Not quite. Just trying to get some of them out of it. Yeah, there we go. So I was hoping to get a couple of them out of it so that we could take 2 and 3. Ooh. Hello. Not quite so fast. Damn. But we got it. We got it back right kind of there at the end, so that was good. Alright. 500 to 1200, there's still a 700 point difference. Don't know that that's going to be something we can make a difference about, but we can at least try. Doesn't matter. Really? Alright, not quite, not quite, not quite. Oh, that's one. That's 3. I didn't quite get it. Really? I thought the other guy had to have hit me at least once. Oh well. We gotta come in here and make some kind of difference out of this mess. Okay, so everybody's at 1. This is, okay, it is a scrambler. I think I kind of screwed myself there with that. And again, a situation like that, I do think that an EMP or one of the things that blinded everybody would have been a little bit better than just a rocket. But I'm using what I've got for the moment. Still about 700 point difference. Think it's gone up and down a little bit, but they've pretty much held this at this point. Damn it. Okay, fine, whatever. There really are 3 of them right there. Trying to get a little bit of repairing done so I can actually make some kind of damn difference here. That's frustrating to have to do right in the middle of battle, but at the same time, I think he's a G2 as well. Not sure. I love the way that makes that noise. That has to be, I think, my favorite noise in this game is just the sound of my guns spinning up and then, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of liked the older Vulcan cannon, the one that spun a little faster, but at the same time, okay, so we did get it down to a 500 point difference. This is going to be really, really tight. God. Yeah, there we go. This thing does do a good amount of damage. I've still got 30 seconds left, though. This is going to be rough. Nice. Very nice job, dude. Wow. Nice. Thank you. Made just enough of a difference. Alright, or not. Did I get him? I don't think so. I mean, there were a couple of other guys there too. And to not take on the guy who's just sitting there, standing still. Good. It's a little obnoxious. Alright, there we go. Is he in here? Okay. I thought maybe there might have been a predator. I saw somebody go down this way, but I thought maybe it was a predator. He did what I do. God, this is going to be really close. I'm actually kind of amazed that we brought it to this point. Still, hell of a thing. Damn, not quite. God, this is gonna be close. I'm, as I've said, I'm actually kind of amazed that we got to this point already. But, well, let's see what we can do. Alright, 2's coming back to us, or at least it was for a second. Alright. I think he's got one locked down. Whoa. God. I don't know. Holy shit. Nice. Very nice. That we came back from that is just simply, how? Not complaining. I do think we had some changes made out, and, yeah. Whoever came in, awful damn good. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to be done for today with this. Unfortunately, we didn't go ahead and, we didn't get that, taken care of with the Predator. Like I said, it didn't feel like it was the right thing to do right at that moment in time. So I do think that we're gonna hold off. I might go play around with it a little bit by myself off camera, and then we'll come back and, you know what? We might even do some just straight deathmatch, just to learn it. Not exactly sure. Don't have any set plans that are set in stone just yet, but definitely something that where, you know, I'm not going to be putting everyone else, I'm not going to be putting a close fight in danger of being lost just because of the fact that I'm trying to play around with something I'm not as familiar with as I am with the assault. Had a little bit of ups and downs with this, but, especially that first round was a little bit, frustrating, I want to say, just to be nice. And, but we did come back. We got a couple of wins out of the game, so it's been a good run. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.